The NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. Randle outside. Pass to Gobert. Now here's McDaniels. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. And here's White, guarded by Edwards. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure. We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Holiday finds Tatum. Good work there as it goes.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Brown against McDaniels. Here's Tatum. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Conley passes to Gobert. Tatum against Randle. Here he goes. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin is really an effective tool.
Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Throws it up high. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Gobert's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
Holiday passes to Brown. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards.
Line with 1 shot, Jaylen Brown.
Free throw good. Brown.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Here's Randle. No good with a layup. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Brown. With the second effort. Can't hit that one. McDaniels with some nice D. Here's Conley. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Outside, Brown. Horford, a screen on McDaniels. Brown inside, working on McDaniels. Basket's good.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Conley against Holiday. Randall outside, launches a three, connects from downtown. Randall's got 5 now. Oh man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Horford outside. Brown with a screen. This one for 3. Horford can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Randall inside. Horford covering. Randall can't hit. Now here's White. Not a lot of room. Pass to Brown. 4 seconds left. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the TimberWolves, guys.
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Peyton Pritchard is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Pass to Reed. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men doors.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
And he makes a first. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Minot's checked in for Miller. And so Reed nails them both. The Celtics shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Tatum looking it over. To the inside. It's picked off. Now here's DiVincenzo. Defense right on him. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Horford pulls it in. Edwards is gone 1 for 3 from the field here. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Edwards against Tatum. 5 to shoot. Misses from short range.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Back to Edwards. Reed, a screen on Tatum. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound Boston. Here's Hauser. He's scoreless. Down low. Horford inside. Working on Reed. And there's a 3-second violation. And Chris Finch has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. Derek White's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Gobert with a screen on Tatum. For three, Randle counted from distance. Randle's got his third basket on the night right there.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Inside, here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
2 minutes.
Conley passes to Randle.
2 minutes.
Outside McDaniels. Clock at 6. Randle outside. The three ball. Boston pulls it in. Brown scanning the floor. To the middle. KP wrecks the rim.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical. Easy finish for KP.
Outside Edwards. Conley, a screen on White. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. And the TimberWolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Here's Randle. And that's his fourth bucket of the game in 7 attempts.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
DiVincenzo against White. Here's Porzingis. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Rudy Gobert. That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line, Kristaps Porzingis. At the line with one shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Outside, DiVincenzo. 27 seconds left in the half. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And the jam by Brown.
We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Conley against Holiday. Conley passes to Randle. From 15 feet away. Doesn't go for him.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And so it's Boston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
TimberWolves trail by 6. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And that one's good from Conley.
Well, there's not a little bit of hesitation with Mike Conley. I know he's slight of frame, but he's thinking, I can score it in the painted area.
Holiday, a screen on Edwards. Back to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your 1 throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
They double Randle. Gobert on the high post. Oh, they get a hand on it. White with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Ooh, here's White on the drive. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Just a little quick burst by Derek White. Too quick off the drive.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
At the line for 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Randle outside. White against Edwards. Gobert passes to Edwards. Gobert. Oh, Gobert cleans it up. Wow.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
Randle against Tatum. Randle with some nice D.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And that one drops for him.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Now Holiday. Right side Tatum. Shoots over Randle. Goes back up. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer from him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Here's McDaniels. Still without a bucket. Randle, right side. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randle assertive and able to find the finish.
Pass to Holiday. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Tatum against Randle. Clock at 4. And it's Tatum missing. And here's Randle. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. 4-point game. McDaniels, that's good.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
White can't hit. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards for the tie. It's good! Edwards, what strength!
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Randall against Tatum. He takes it in. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels for the lead. Knocks down the long J. McDaniels got 5.
Yeah, just continuing to unlock his game. If Edwards adds the playmaking component, watch out.
Outside Tatum. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Holiday passes to White. Porzingis sets a screen. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. A shot by Holiday. No good. Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. Celtics trail by 4. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Pritchard, yet to see a basket. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Horford outside. And here's Brown for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the third. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Torrey Craig out there with Al Horford. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Now here's Tatum, guarded by Edwards. A shot from the mid-range. Alexander Walker grabs a board.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Tatum inside, covered by Alexander Walker. And it's Tatum missing. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And he gets it to go. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. On the wing, Tatum. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Boston again missing.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Free throw good, Edwards. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Craig. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
And Allie, thanks. Ingles against Tatum. Shoots. Yes! He nails it!
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Edwards looking it over. There's the drive. Look at Edwards just slashing his way to a strong finish.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Screen by Horford. Pass to Tatum. Fades. It's good. Tatum's got 19 points.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Porzingis has checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And Minnesota making a change here. Conley against Holiday. Outside Conley, left side Edwards. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
Here's Tatum. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Brown. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
How about that handle? The dribble drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
Randall against Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Randall. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And stolen by Gobert. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Back to Gobert. Conley finds Gobert. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston, trailing by 13.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
Pass to Edwards. 4 on the clock. From deep, Conley. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Holiday. Tatum with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 10. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
So we see the TimberWolves get the win here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.